April 21, 1918. The skies over the Somme River in France were the stage for a legend. For the Allied pilots flying there, that legend was a terror painted blood red. He was Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron. With 80 confirmed kills, he was the ace of aces, a national hero to Germany, and a ghost of death to his enemies. But on this morning, the legend was a tired man. At 26 years old, he was suffering from a head wound, combat fatigue, and the relentless pressure of his own fame. Yet when the call came of enemy aircraft over the lines, he did not hesitate. He climbed into the cockpit of his bright red Fokker Dr.I triplane, leading his squadron, the Flying Circus, into the air for one last patrol. He was chasing a rookie Canadian pilot, a desperate quarry leading the greatest hunter of the war into a fatal trap. The prey was a Sopwith Camel, piloted by Lieutenant Wilfred Wop May, inexperienced and ordered to stay out of any fight. May broke formation as Richthofen's squadron dove on them. The Baron saw an easy target. He broke away from the main dogfight, signaling to his pilots to leave the rookie for him. It was a fatal decision. He chased May low over the trenches, his gun silent as he closed for the perfect kill. The Canadian weaved and dodged, flying for his life just feet above the ground. The great aerial duel, fought at thousands of feet, had now plunged into the mud and blood of the front lines. Below, every Australian and British soldier in the trenches looked up and saw the iconic red triplane. In the trenches of the 24th Machine Gun Company, a team of Australian gunners scrambled to their Vickers machine gun. Among them was gunner Robert Boy, a man who had never fired a shot in anger at an aircraft before. As the red triplane streaked past, he led the target and squeezed the trigger. A long, accurate burst of 303 caliber fire ripped through the air. At the same moment, hundreds of other soldiers opened up with rifles and machine guns. The sky was filled with a storm of lead. Inside his cockpit, Richthofen was a picture of focus, his eyes locked on May's camel. He was so low that mud from the trenches splattered against his aircraft. Then, a single bullet found its mark. It sliced diagonally through his chest, damaging his heart and lungs. It was a fatal wound. The Baron's focus broke. He would have known instantly. For a few long seconds, the Red Baron was still a pilot. With immense willpower, he managed to cut his engine and make a controlled, rough landing in a field behind Australian lines. The red triplane rolled to a stop. Its famous flight ended in a nondescript beat field. Australian soldiers reached the plane first. They found Richthofen slumped in his cockpit, already dead. The legend was gone. The news spread like wildfire across the front. The Allied pilots felt a strange mix of relief and respect. The German pilots felt a profound and chilling loss. The greatest ace of the war had been killed by a single bullet from the ground. The question of who killed the Red Baron remains one of history's great debates. Was it Gunner Boy from the ground? Or Captain Roy Brown, a Canadian pilot who had dived to save his friend May? Both had fired a fatal burst at the same time. He was buried by his enemies with full military honors, a testament to the respect he commanded.